All right, who we got? Of course. How you doing? How's off season been? Good.
Kamari, sick of his last year, flying around. Obviously, always excited to practice. What do you say?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, never a lack of energy and enthusiasm, and I think part of the reason we brought him onto this team and in this program is just who he is as a person. And so, really cool to see a guy like Kamari competing out here. It means something to him. And D'Amico preaches, if you're here, you're here, and it's important. And he's showing the growth that he made throughout the year and kind of continue on that path. So it's been fun to see him work for sure.
What are your expectations as they go to year 2?
Yeah, I mean, just the same for everybody. Just keep getting better. I mean, obviously, both those guys as rookies got a lot of playing time. So hopefully that experience and the highs and lows and then the things they saw throughout the year are add to the foundation that they're building on from here. So both those guys have been here the whole offseason, have really been working together. As we know, they're kind of tied at the hip. So just really like the intent and focus that both those guys are showing. I mean, they're kind of growing into a leadership role and into young veterans on the team pretty quickly. So it's cool to see.
Matt, have you seen how much of the focus have you seen from Stingley Jr.? It looks like he's already in mid-season form the way that he's practicing.
Yeah, same for sure. I mean, again, another guy I know we laugh. Most of you guys were there for the contract. I guess you call it a press conference. I'm not sure, but just doesn't change. He's day in and day out. I think as a coaching staff, we've actually kind of talked about it off and on that the growth we've seen from him in the 2 years that we've been here, 2+ years, just continues. And man, he's really just trying to fine tune a bunch of things to take it even to the next level with him. The focus is there. The work's always there with Sting. It's been really cool to watch. I mean, honestly, it's hard sometimes to step back in that big picture window, but from a 2-year span to where he continues to grow, it's really cool to see. So really excited for him to keep developing where he's heading for sure.
When you have somebody,
Sorry, I'll come back to you.
Will Anderson Jr. talking about finishing and taking his game to the level. What do you see from him as he makes those strides to try to fine-tune those little details?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think with Will, like a lot of these guys we're talking about, you guys know, I mean, the effort and the intensity and the energy is never going to be an issue, and the get off. And so I think the challenge that we put to Will is to fine-tune the details and go, what does it take to go from good to great to elite to the best? And as he's climbing that ladder, it gets harder and harder to make those steps up those rungs. We know he's a good player, great player. All right, now how do we keep climbing and fine-tuning to become even better? And he's on a mission. He actually he dropped a move today in the pass rush setting that was a new move for him that he executed really well. It was really cool to see. So he's just really trying to work on a lot of details to really climb that ladder to be the best.
Matt, we got so many familiar faces. You don't have as much turnover one year or the next year on defense. Does it allow you, maybe give you an advantage to get deeper with these guys? I know right now it's still coaching, but some familiarity with the system and what you guys do?
I mean, obviously there's some familiarity, and we do have some new faces, and we always like to sort of reset when we come back in the spring or whenever it is. I mean, I always say I actually put this up in one of the meetings, the 3 most dangerous words in the vernacular. I got it. If those guys come back and think I got it, all right, I took all those reps last year, I'm cool with that. We always like to start back at the fundamentals and the foundation and then build. Hopefully you can progress through that a little bit more because it clicks back into place. But if you start sort of skipping steps and starting where you left off, I mean, these guys have been gone for 3 months and there's new people, new positions, there's new stuff we're doing. So we really like to go back to the fundamentals and really start to build back up from there. So hopefully you can progress through that quicker as you go because of the level of familiarity. But we just sort of start back over again.
Christian Harris this offseason.
Yeah, he's here working like he always is. Again, another guy that sound like a broken record. Christian's been doing his thing. Again, all these guys are on little different plans and routines, and the goal is to get all these guys ready for camp, and he's on track to be there for us.
When you look at Jaylen Smith, position flexibility comes at USC, playing outside from the safety level. Where do you best see him fitting in this defense, and how is he out?
Yeah, I think for a lot of our guys, the more you can do, the better. I think you guys have seen a little bit, like we like versatile players, so guys that can do that. I mean, even from Kamari last year, that played some of the spots for us. So really trying to feel that out and work him and just see what can he absorb from a mental standpoint, technique standpoint, and just where that best fits. And again, as we move forward way down the road in season in terms of how you can deploy those guys in different spots, and maybe it's week to week in different matchups, like the more versatile type of players we have and that they can play in different spots, the better. I mean, that was definitely something that appealed to us about him from a draft process standpoint. So he's been doing a good job working and trying to absorb everything we're throwing at him, and we'll see how that plays out. Man, oh yeah, it's great, man. It's awesome, man. And for sure, yeah, Peachy's, I mean, I feel like we had a team full of these guys, honestly. Like, we talked about it last year, how, like, he stayed, obviously, like, energy and being in the building and meetings. And another guy that's really trying to, like, just, like elite focus on becoming the best, whatever you want to call that in the league. And, again, trying to move him around a little bit. And we know what his talents are, but just – the energy, the work ethic, the enthusiasm is just unwavering with him, and it's always a pleasure to be around Jaylen. Yeah, sure. Dylan, obviously everyone knows kind of what he went through last year, and so I think really cool from just physical standpoint, first of all, like what he did in the offseason to kind of really get back his starting point. This year's obviously a lot different than it was last year. And really cool. So, Coach always puts in his team meeting in the mornings, always uses some highlights to highlight some guys or just guys that are working. And he highlighted D. Horton this morning, actually just like working a technique that he needed to get better at. And so just like how he's transformed his body, he's kind of got back to this strength and size that he's used to playing, and he's working his craft really well out here. So excited for him to be on that journey that he's been on for sure. All right, guys, cool. See you next time.